Watch this video and then we'll talk about it.
The thing that really pissed me off, okay, is this man took me into a jewelry store so that I could look at rings and choose a ring that I liked. So my dumbass was obviously picking a ring thinking we're gonna leave with one. I was so happy and excited. And then when I chose the ring, he said, okay, you ready to go? I just wanted you to pick a ring. Eventually when we get married, I'll get you something just like that. So I obviously asked him, when exactly are you thinking about actually proposing so that we can get married? Well, here's the thing. I actually don't want to get married anytime soon.
As someone who's worked in the jewelry industry for almost over 20 years, I have seen this happen, and it's always heartbreaking to witness. The scenario was exactly like she described. Usually a younger couple comes in and she's all excited and she's jumping for joy because he's finally asked her to go looking for rings. They come in, she's all excited, she wants her ring finger size. They sit down. We're like trying to figure out what exactly is it they want. What's their budget? Financing options, if they're wanting those. Do you like white gold, yellow gold, rose gold? What do you want? Something alternative. And the young woman is so happy and she's so excited. And then the man says, I'll come back later. Can you put that on my profile? And it's not the kind of put that on my profile because I want to come back and get it when she's not here so I can surprise her. It's the kind of, I'm just bullshitting her. I'm stringing her along. We just had an argument. She just caught me doing something and I'm trying to win her over. She threatened to break up with me and I'm trying to keep her. Or the cases where a young woman has, you can tell, she argued and pushed him to come in to the jewelry store and he does not want to be there. He doesn't give a fuck. She's asking him his opinion about every ring she tries on. He doesn't give a damn. He's checking his watch. He's on his phone. He's doing everything except for being attentive and paying attention to her. And she just continues to be excited by herself. Or the couples who come in and they have several kids and they've been together for several years and she's super excited and all the guy can do is make jokes about how we've already passed this excitement phase. It's finally time. I've also seen men who would come in and not want to spend a lot of money, and I'm not talking about we're just starting out so we ain't got a lot of money, we're on a limited budget. It's the kind of thing where they don't give a fuck and they're just trying to get some shit to give to her so she could shut up and stop asking him about when they're going to get married. So I say all that to say this, and those of you who are wise will actually listen to me. Those of you who still want to continue to live as if you're in a real life romantic comedy in a complete state of delusion, I can't help you. You might want to scroll away now because it's just going to piss you off. Number one, if you have communicated clearly that you would like to be married, possibly a time frame that you would like to be married by, and he knows this, and he still has no interest in being married, the time frame has come and gone, it's time to break up. And when I say break up, that doesn't mean when you say it's over, he gets on one knee and proposes and then you take him back. No, you need to be done and move the fuck on. And if he does all of a sudden propose to you after you break up, you should be insulted that he knew what to do the whole time and he's only doing it just to keep you. If he takes you ring shopping or if you drag him into the store and he's not interested at all, he has nothing to say, you're begging him to talk to you and give an opinion, that's it. No. If you caught him cheating and all of a sudden he's down on one knee, no. If you have spent years after you, and this is an example I'm going to use. This video is not about this timeline. This is just an example. Stay focused. For example, if you tell the guy, I want to be married within 2 years, and it's now been 3 years, it's time to break up. You have to, our biggest problem as women is we are impatient. Patriarchy makes us think that we have to be married and settle down by the age of 25. And if you're not settled down and married by the age of 25, something is wrong with you and the clock's ticking. You have to be okay with waiting for what's right for you. You have to be okay with waiting for someone who's on the same page as you and not miserably waiting and constantly crying about how sad you are to be single, but actually just living your life as if there was no possibility that you would ever get married. Just live your fucking life and not settling for any man that's willing to pay you attention, because you will spend the rest of your life unhappy. I know what these couples look like. The ones who finally propose after they cheated on their partner and she caught them. The ones who begged for 6 or 7 years for the guy to finally propose, and he finally did. They're not happy. They're not happy. And the woman always ends up looking tired and just completely haggard and lifeless. And she all of a sudden has some kind of health issue, and she's put on a bunch of weight due to stress. And she always looks just so sad. You have extremely low self-esteem if you're okay with being with a man who you communicated clearly with he's doing the opposite and you're sticking beside him still. You have extremely low self-esteem if you are begging a man to propose to you and marry you. You are pleading, you are nagging, you are dropping hints, you are sending friends and family members to try to talk to him and convince him. You're reposting videos to try to wake him up. You have extremely low self-esteem if after the fact of you breaking up with him, or after the fact that you caught him cheating or doing some bullshit, all of a sudden he wants to propose, and that wins your heart and you forgive him and take him back. Side note, he has not changed. He's just desperate for whatever goods and services that you provide him. They're not going to let you go until they have someone else. And then as soon as they find someone else, they're going to dump you anyway. And even if they don't dump you, you're going to spend the rest of your life miserable. How you started is how you will continue. You will continue to beg and plead and nag and drop hints for him to be an active partner in your relationship and to act like he gives a fuck about you. You will continue to fall for and accept the last minute begging, crocodile tears and apologies when you catch him doing yet another bullshit thing that betrays the trust and boundaries in your relationship. I've said this on a few videos before. Become a woman who is easy to lose. Okay? Become the type of woman who has, a crate paper thin level of patience. If you are a woman who doesn't mind being by your damn self for however long, you become a badass bitch in a good ass way. I told you A and you're doing B, and you think I'm going to beg you to do A? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of my face.